They all laughed as he turned around slow. They said, "You ain't welcome round here anymore. You just might as well go." He wiped the blood from his face as he slowly came to his knees. He said, "I'll be back when you least expect it. And hell's coming with me. There is a hill at the bottom of the valley where all the poor souls go." David, if he is watching, he probably is. Listen close. My heart is totally a stereo and it beats for you. So David had better listen close. Where all the poor souls go when they die. So if you listen real close, you can hear 'em like a ghost saying you're never gonna make it out alive. There is a town at the bottom of that hillside. They got a secret that they keep like a slave. They got a black magic preacher, and you'd do well to let him teach ya. You'll be heading up that hill to the grave, and it is well with my soul. You line your pockets full of money that you steal from the poor, and on your way down to hell, you'll hear me ring that little bell. I pay the devil twice as much to keep your soul. And something about family matters. I don't speak English. There was a drifter passing through that valley. See, he had promised he was coming back to town. They didn't know him by his face or by the gun around his waist. But he'd come back to burn that town to the ground. I'll be like Billy the Kid. I'll be like Al Capone. Clara Bow. They want to see her. They want to see her. What? Dressed in style like Clara. They want to see me. They want to see me. The main attraction of a picture show. What? Like Clara Bow. And I was all, just because I have breasts, huh? Just because I'm a lesbian. My new name is motherfucking Chapel. Nombre. I'm not femme. I will not be like Sabrina Carpenter. Do I look like a little twig? What? What? Hey, wait. I am super fat. And then they were all, "You're not fat." And I was like, "Yes, I am. I'm such a butch. I'm a stud." And then they were like, "No, you're too pretty to be a stud." I was like, "What?" And then they were all, "You're too pretty to be a butch." And I was like, "What?" And then they were all, "You're too pretty to be masculine." And I was like, "What? What the fuck did you just say? I am too pretty to be masculine? What?" And then they're all, "You're gonna be her, you're gonna be her, dressed in style like Clara. Do you want this dress? Do you want this bow?" And I said, "What the fuck? You stupid fuck, da da da." Because they want to see me in curly motherfucking Shirley Temple curls. What the fuck, bitch? She's getting out the curling iron. Bang, bang, she's dead. Bang, bang, she's dead. Ain't nothing I can't do with a joke. And now I'm sentenced to social suicide because she told all the other ladies that I was a cunt. And then I told all the other ladies that she voted Donald J. Trump. Guess whose side they took? Anyway, um, There was fire, there was smoke. Then that preacher man was hanging by a rope. But it's okay, I survived. I mean, what? I mean, what? I was never hanging by a rope. Nah, what? Anyway, uh, and then they all fell to their knees. And they begged that drifter, begged her, please. And I raised my fist before I spoke. I am the righteous hand of God. I am the devil that she forgot. Just because I have breasts, therefore I can't be Ezra Miller himself. I can't be Flash Thompson just because I have breasts. And I'm not allowed to be Fred from Mystery Incorporated. And I'm not allowed to be Draco Malfoy just because I have breasts. There was a musical somewhere in the USA. She was really short. She was such a gorgeous lady. And she wore a wig. And she wore a baggy shirt. And she said, "Did somebody say Draco Malfoy? And she is my king. Ra ra. Rasputin." Sorry, I got distracted. Um, anyway, yeah, I'm a cross dresser. And they were all, how dare you be cross dressing? It's a crime. I was like, it's a crime. What? um, and it is well with my soul. They line their pockets full of money. And then, they paid the politicians to make rules about how the children are not allowed. They're not allowed to use nicknames, and they're not allowed to cross dress. And that little girl is not allowed to wear pants. She has to wear a skirt. Nambre, the fuck? And we're totally at the Mormon church again. Uh, I was offended. Of course, I was offended. And normally I'm a comedian and I'm a BDSM person, but I decided, on this particular occasion, it's opposite day. It's opposite day. You know, um, because I'm gonna be her. I'm gonna be her, dressed in pink, like Clara. Sure, can't you see me? Pink and blue split dye, like Melanie Martinez, Queen. Na na na. And I was all, I'm gonna be such a feminist. I'm gonna look like ASJW. And they're gonna laugh and cry and scream, and they're gonna be a little bitch. Bang, bang, he's dead. Bang, bang, he's dead. Ain't nothing I can't do with a wig. I was all, I'm so girly. Yes, I am. And I put the voice, the voice. And I was all, I'm so girly. Look at my pink sweater. I'm so gosh darn the feminine. Yes, I am. and I made my voice really high. I was like, hi, you know, I was all shocked. I'm so feminine, yes I am, because I'm honey senpai. I'm a honey trap, cause I'm a brick house. I know how men think, obviously. I knew how they would react. So then oh, and I was like, I was like, okay, I gotta, I gotta, and then I was all shit. How did Vivi used to behave? How did Robin used to behave? And how did she? And then I was like, okay. And when I was with that lady, she was all, and then so I was all, and then Jamie the mailman, what did she say? And I was like, yeah. So basically, look, I have a lot of ex girlfriends, and then I decided I'm gonna do my best impression of Jamie the mailman. And I'm gonna be such a theater kid. Yes, I am. Because Jamie really loves motherfucking Hamilton. And anyway, I was like, I'm gonna do my best impression of Jamie the mailman. And then it was all, have you seen my sister Evelyn? Dang, she's gone and wandered off again. I've been looking high and low. Where, oh, where my sister go? She's been known to spend some time with a sailor friend of mine. I call him up and what he say? I ain't seen that girl today. So if you see my sister Evelyn, tell that girl to hurry home again. Where, oh, where did my sister go? Is she with the doctor or the plumber or the dentist or the handyman? Did she go to Indiana or to Africa or Wichita or Pakistan? Is she in Palestine, the Gaza Strip? Because I knew that I would get a lot of hate comments. I knew I would. And I knew that getting a lot of hate comments would boost me in the algorithm. So I was doing everything under the sun in order to provoke MAGA head Trumpsters to leave angry hate comments. Did she run off with the barber, the professor, or the banker, or the clergyman? Is it possible that she could be in Timbuktu, or Kathamu, or Vegas, or Istanbul? She's learning how to do what? The choo choo, yeah. Oh golly, where could that girl be? Have you seen my sister Evelyn? Dang, she's gone and wandered off again. I've been looking high and low. Where, oh, where'd my sister go? She's been known to jump in front of trains with a gal that we know from down the lane. I looked her up and what she say? I ain't seen that girl in days. So if you see my sister Evelyn, tell that girl to hurry home again. Where, oh, where did my sister go? Is my floozy sister with the doctor or the drummer or the dentist or the handyman? Did that hoe back quit her job and run off with that dickhead Robin? What the frick? I was doing my best impression of Jamie the mailman. Because obviously I'm Evelyn the floozy, and Jamie is the brother that's always like, where the hell is Andy? Andy is off on Tinder again. And now Andy is hanging out at the karaoke bar with Yuki Nakamura. And now Andy is at the museum with Brian. And now Andy is at the movies with Jose. And she's drinking those ices with vodka with Jose. And now she's inviting me, inviting the they them. It was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I was all, Jamie is going to love this. So, like, yeah, I'm with Brian, and he was my favorite pothead. He was my favorite pothead. So Brian invites me to, like, he's all, you can bring your roommate if you want. And I was all, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, you want to bring your roommate? You can bring your roommate. He was being nice. And also, Jamie is gonna love seeing the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know, the actors perform live in front of the TV screen. And the woman that was playing Frankenfurter, she had mosquito bites, but she also had a big booty. She was a pear. She had such a big booty. And she didn't even care about the cellulite. She was like, this is my big booty. I was like, that's her big booty. And she was Frankenfurter. I was like, ah. And Jamie was sitting next to me like, ah. I was like, Jamie, I thought you would enjoy this. Aren't you always drooling over Taylor Swift and Scarlett Johansson? But I guess the pair was not Jamie's type. She prefers Taylor Swift and Scarlett Johansson. And I was like, why are you such a motherfucking snob? Like, what? Just because she's dummy thick? Bro, you're also dummy thick. So why the fuck are you being such a snob? And then with Brian, Brian, I loved him. He was my favorite pothead. And he had the hair and it was like, shoulder length. He had such cute hair. And he was barely taller than me. So I was like, he's a short king. He's a short king. And he's got the hair and he's got gorgeous eyes. And he's my favorite pothead. But she was rude to Brian. And she was like, why do you like him? I was like, why do I like you? And she was all, he's a pothead. And I was like, so am I. Obviously, whenever I'm hanging out with him, I'm also a pothead. And then when I'm hanging out with you, I'm a cinephile. And then when I'm hanging out with her, what? Anyway, didn't you say you wanted to be asexual? And didn't you say that we were going to be polyamorous? Be nice to Brian, goddammit. This is not Brian, the truck driver from Laredo, motherfucking Texas. This is Brian, the short king from Gardena, California. Be nice to Brian. But Jamie the mailman is a little bitch. They were not being nice to freaking, and that's why I divorced them.